We are joined on the Mixed Morning Show by Shelley O'Brien. Good morning, Shelley.
Good morning.
So I see that you're at your office there at the SRSS right now.
I am. I have a prep right now, so this is perfect timing.
So you're an ELA teacher there in SRSS and in a specific department, correct? Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so I'm in a department called Flexible Education, or Flex Ed for short. And there's a group of teachers, and we're all in the same area. And we offer all of the core courses and a lot of the elective courses, just in a different way. So for the kids who don't necessarily succeed in larger traditional classrooms, that we offer smaller spaces and more one-on-one independent work.
Right. Excellent. So in amongst all that, you have time to write books, kids' books.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
first book, and I'm going to try to say it correctly, The Spunky Cadoodle. Oh, Caboodle, right?
Yes.
Caboodle? The Spunky Caboodle and the Christmas Fadoodle. Is that correct?
You are good. That's good. Yes, you got it.
That's a tongue twister. So
Sure is.
where did you come up with this idea and where does the story go?
Well, the idea first came up many years ago, many years ago, back in university when I took a course in writing, and we were supposed to write a book, and I discovered that I couldn't. So I started it and then I put it away. And then when I had my son later in life, and all of a sudden just hearing him talking and the things he was interested in and the characters I had already developed from way back in university were still set in my mind. I had a clear vision of them. Then I decided, you know what, it's a children's book. And I love rhyming, and I love bringing unusual and lost words back to life. So in the book, you'll find a lot of words that you probably haven't heard of. And that's why I have a glossary. So it's, kids can look it up and see what it is. And and all of a sudden I had an audience, and I used his love of, farting ninjas and superheroes and, toys and whatever else, and his love of Christmas for the first book. And then the story just came to life.
Oh, that is so good. There's a lot of fantasy elements to this, which I
Yes.
think is fantastic. So we've got the Spunky Caboodle and the Christmas Fadoodle, and now you've got the Spunky Caboodle and the Easter Fadoodle coming
Yes,
out.
I
Tell
do,
us
yeah.
about your second book.
Well, the first book went so well, and I needed to write more. So then I need a theme. So I decided that I would do the main holiday. So Easter just seemed to be next, because I thought, well, that's good. That's springtime.
Right.
And then I don't know, just with the characters, I kept the main characters, the heroes. And then I needed them to go to a different destination, and I needed, some cookie egg ideas. And I don't really have a plan. I just start writing, and I write and I rhyme. And then of course with Neil, who does the illustrations, we work together closely, and he just makes the story come alive. So it was actually, the second book was easier than writing the first. Yeah.
Well, tell us about Neil. Your illustrator is local as well.
Yeah, Neil Clausen is also a teacher at the school. He's an art teacher. And when I first started my first project, I had no idea how I was going to illustrate this. And someone had suggested, because I was looking at professional illustrators. Well, my goodness, I couldn't afford that. So someone said, you have incredible resources right in your school. Like, of course. So I went and I talked to Neil, because, we were co-workers and friends. And I'm like, do you have anyone, because I know he's a teacher and he's got a family that would be interested in illustrating a book, a fantasy book. And well, his eyes just lit up, and he's like, that's my genre. So he's like, what if I worked with you? And oh my goodness, Corny, like his illustrations just make the book. They are, anyone who reads the book, their first comment is the illustrations, because they are just amazing. He gets it right every time.
It's got to feel good. These characters that you imagined in your mind, and then when someone else imagines it in their mind and then puts it to paper, Like, what was your reaction when you first saw the characters that you had created and now somebody else actually made them visual?
Tears, Corny.
I believe it.
Tears of joy, because these characters had been in my mind for like 30 years. And to find somebody who just drew them and just knew, like he just knew them. And there were so few changes we made, because I'm like, that's it. And he's like, are you sure? That's him. That's my character. And that's Barnaby, and that's Morley, and that's Humphrey, and that's Quincy. Like, that is them exactly. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, this is great. I'm sure the people who bought the first book can't wait to see the next adventure, the Easter adventure of all of these characters. So how did it go with marketing your first book that you got published, and what's the plan now for the second book?
Well, I had to buy a phone. So then, Corny, I had to learn about Facebook and Instagram, and I had to set up a web page. It was a huge learning curve, because I didn't even know what Instagram was. So with the help of coworkers here in my department, and younger nieces and nephews who live and breathe this, and of course Friesen Press, who I work with, so they helped me a lot as well. But I set up all of my marketing. So this book is actually much easier, because I just have to post things now, right? And I have followers, Corny. And then, they share the story. So I'm really starting to understand how the social media works. So I will still order my books, and I will still sell them directly. And Sunshine, Dorinda at Sunshine has agreed to carry them again. And then I have shipments going. I'm originally from Ontario, so I've got shipments going there. And my family are huge in the marketing, so they'll be selling them directly. But it is easier just because of social media. And also I was brave and got in touch with chapters, and so they're going to carry the Easter book as well. So I'm starting to get my name out there a little bit. But local authors need all the help they can get with marketing.
Yes, they do. And what is the release date? When is this coming out?
Well, it is actually Friesen Press has it ready now. I got an email from them last night that you can order through Friesen Press, and it will be available really, really shortly through like Amazon and Chapters. And then hopefully I'm getting my hard copies in about 2 weeks. And then I'll have them here at school. I'll have them at Sunshine Nursery, and then, anybody else who wants to carry them. So yeah. So they'll be able to get them on, from me or Sunshine.
So we've got the Spunky Caboodle and the Christmas Fadoodle. We got the Easter Fadoodle. Is there another Fadoodle in your noodle that's going to be coming out? What's the plan?
I might use that one in my next book. Yes, Corny, I am now working on the Spunky Caboodle and the Halloween Fadoodle. So yes, I'm going to have a series of holiday books that will be ready. The Halloween book will not be out, this Halloween. Hopefully my goal is the following October that will be ready.
Well, this is excellent. Well, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I love celebrating local people who have a dream, have an idea, start putting it together, believing that it can work, right? Because if you doubt yourself, you're right. You're not going to put a book together. It's not going to get published if you doubt yourself. If you believe it and move forward in faith, this is going to happen. Make your dream happen. And you did that. And I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, all the best with your book. And can't wait to read this next adventure of yours.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.